Welcome back to Collect 'em All. Let's get right to it. It's mail day, a very simple mail day. And let's start off with this one. One of my best buds, David, got me these cards. I've already opened them up, had to thank him for it. So let's go ahead and pull these out. So far, I've been collecting a lot of modern cards, right? Since I've started collecting again as of last year. But I'm from the 80s, right? I was born in the 80s, and I was collecting in the 80s and 90s. So, during like Upper Deck and Tops and whatnot. But anyhow, so I plan on doing a series because I'm going to actually order some more. I've ordered some cards, the cards that I used to own during my young days as a child and that I used to have in my collection. So I'll do a little series on that. Pretty excited about that. Little cards I'll be picking up here and there. But my best bud, and I appreciate you, David, for picking up these cards for me. He had these sent to me. It's a Joe Montana. I've never owned this. I've had plenty of Joe Montanas back in the days. And let me see what year this is. Let's go ahead and pull this out. What year is this one? Man, 19... I can't even really see this right now. What year is this thing? Man, I can't even tell right now, guys. Maybe 1983? Anyhow, I can't really see that. It's really small, but I love the old school cards. I'm going to start collecting more vintage cards. I'll add it to my collection along the way. I'm very selective about it, though. But there's a nostalgia about it. I mean, this brings back so much memories. I just love how the color of it, the stats, a little bit of information about Joe Montana brings back a lot of memories. I've never owned this card ever, so thank you so much. I love it. Then he also picked me up a Jerry Rice. I've never owned this one as well. This one is 1987, so this one's, I believe, a little bit older than this Jerry Rice. I think that might be 1983. I could be wrong, guys, but I can't tell if that's who's that on the ground, what team? Hard to tell right now, but look at that. I just love give some information, a little bit of stats, and I just love old cards. They've really grown on me. Besides the one I used to collect as a kid, right? So thank you so much, David, for picking this up for me. Little dog hairs there. Anyhow, so we got that. Thank you so much. Wanted to show you that. And then let's go and get this one cut open. This one, I believe, is a giveaway. Let's get this open here. What is it here? Okay, McMillan. Hey, you can't be free. That's a beautiful card, right? It's on the rookie. Wow, that's beautiful. Like I said, you can't be free. That's awesome. That's pretty sweet. And then, let's go and open this one up. Yep. Boom. Look at that. Now, I love, as a kid growing up, I was a huge, and I'm still a huge fan of Darryl Strawberry. Okay, like, I used to have a collection, at least, I think, if I remember correctly, at least almost close to 100 Darryl Strawberries, if I remember correctly. And I'm talking about like the mini cards from Kmart, Tops, Upper Deck. I mean, you name it, I had it. Like, I was a huge fan of him. I know, he really struggled towards the end of his career. And, he battled with addiction and he just had a hard life. But you know what? You know what I really, really love about his story is, he's a Christian and God turned his life around. And he's an advocate for people who are struggling with addiction. And he's an advocate for, hey, you know what? His faith. He shares his faith. He doesn't hide it. He makes it known. And how he has a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian myself, so this means a lot to me to know that as a kid, I knew he was struggling. And I would get so bummed out when he wouldn't play, And I can't remember if he didn't just show up. He was struggling and whatnot for certain games. And so for Darryl Strawberry, how God turned his life around, this is a big deal for me. So I'm actually going to start collecting Darryl Strawberries again. I'm actually going to do a series on that. We'll talk about that a little down the road. I'll mention that along the way. Some cards I'm going to collect, and I'm going to pick up some other cards along the way that I used to own in my collection as a kid. So I actually gave my cards to a friend of mine, really good friend of mine, childhood friend of mine, best friend, and I gave him all my Darryl Strawberries, and hey, I'm glad that he has it, and knowing where the collection is at. I might ask him though, hey, you know what? Let me get one or two of those cards. I'll buy them off of you, just so I can have a couple cards from my collection as a kid. Like, that would be so cool to have in my collection. I know they're probably not worth much, but I really took care of those cards. So, but I'm excited about collecting Darryl Strawberry again. Look at this card. I mean, wow, that's beautiful, guys. Hey, cheap, beautiful though. I mean, this is what it's all about. Like the old school look. Well, that's mail day. Until then, guys, collect them all.